Welcome to Everyday English Practice channel. In this extensive guide on how to master the most common English accents. English is a global language with various accents spoken around the world. In this video, we'll explore some of the most popular and well-known accents, and we will discuss how to understand and imitate them. Whether you're an English learner aiming to speak more fluently, or you're just curious about the different ways English is spoken, this video will give you the tools to master some of the most recognized accents in the English-speaking world. Accents can be fun to learn, and they also offer a unique way to understand the culture and history of different regions. Throughout this video, we'll break down the key features of these accents, provide examples, and offer tips on how to practice each one. By the end of this video, you'll feel more confident with your English speaking skills, and you'll have a greater appreciation for the diverse ways people speak English. Let's start by understanding what an accent is and why it is important to learn about them. What is an accent? An accent refers to the distinct way people pronounce words in a particular language. It can be influenced by where a person is from, their cultural background, and the people they regularly interact with. Accents are an essential part of spoken language, and no two accents are exactly the same. Different regions, cities, and countries each have their own unique ways of speaking, which is why English sounds different depending on whether you're in the United Kingdom, the United States, or Australia. When we talk about accents, we're referring to both the individual sounds of words, like vowels and consonants, and the rhythm of speech, intonation, stress, etc. Even within the same country, you can find various regional accents, so accents aren't just limited to countries. For example, someone from the north of England will sound different from someone from the south of England, even though they both speak English. Why are accents important? Accents are important because they not only help us understand where someone is from, but they also shape how we understand and engage with others. When you recognize an accent, you can often tell which region, country, or cultural group a person belongs to. Additionally, learning about accents gives you a deeper understanding of how language evolves in different parts of the world. Mastering accents is also beneficial for communication. It helps you understand various English speakers more clearly, especially in situations where people from different regions may speak with slightly different pronunciations. By learning accents, you also open the door to becoming more fluent and authentic in your spoken English, as you'll be able to switch between different accents when the situation calls for it. Now, let's dive into the main accents and explore how you can learn to speak them. The British accent, received pronunciation. The British accent, specifically received pronunciation (RP), is one of the most famous and widely recognized accents. It is often seen as the standard accent for British English and is frequently heard in media such as news broadcasts, formal settings, and classic films. RP is also commonly associated with the upper class in the UK, though it is now spoken by people of all social backgrounds. To master the British accent, you should focus on a few key elements. Clarity of consonants. In British English, consonants are often pronounced more crisply and clearly than in other accents. For example, the ch sound is pronounced more sharply in words like better or butter. Vowel sounds. British English uses different vowel sounds compared to other accents. For instance, in received pronunciation, words like dance are pronounced with a long a sound, dance. Non-rhotic speech. In RP, the r sound is typically not pronounced when it comes after a vowel and before a pause. For instance, in the word car. The R is not pronounced. Instead, it sounds more like CAH. As you practice, try repeating British words like bath, car, dance, schedule. Listening to native British speakers and imitating their pronunciation will help you get the rhythm and flow of this accent. The American accent, General American. The American accent is widely spoken in the United States and is often referred to as General American GA. It is considered one of the most neutral-sounding accents in American English, making it commonly used in the media, films, and television. To master the American accent, there are some crucial aspects to focus on. The R sound. Unlike British English, the American accent emphasizes the R sound, even at the end of words. In words like car and water, the R is pronounced clearly. Flap, chi, sound. In the American accent, the chi sound in words like butter or water becomes a soft D sound, creating a relaxed pronunciation. Butter sounds more like butter. Vowel sounds. American English also has its own set of vowel sounds. For example, the short A sound is pronounced in words like cat, and the long A appears in words like ate. Try practicing with these American words: water, car, butter, schedule. By regularly listening to Native American speakers and mimicking their pronunciation, you'll improve your American accent over time. The Australian accent. The Australian accent is one of the most distinct accents in the English language. It is spoken throughout Australia, and like any accent, it has regional variations. The Australian accent is often characterized by its relaxed, casual nature and its distinctive vowel sounds. To master the Australian accent, here are some tips to keep in mind. Rising intonation. Australians often use rising intonation at the end of their sentences, even when they're making statements. This gives their speech a friendly, informal sound. Vowel sounds. Australian English is known for its unique vowel pronunciations. For example, the word dance is pronounced with a broad A, dance, and the I in fish sounds more like fish. Blending of words. Australians often blend words together, making their speech sound more fluid and casual. For example, I'm going to becomes I'm gonna. Practice these Australian words: fish, dance, mate, barbecue. Listening to Australian speakers and trying to imitate their rhythm will help you sound more natural when using this accent. The Irish accent. The Irish accent is known for its beautiful, melodic rhythm. It varies significantly depending on whether you're speaking with someone from the north or south of Ireland, but there are key features that you can use to recognize it. Here's how to master the Irish accent. Pronounce consonants strongly. The Irish accent tends to pronounce consonants, especially R sounds, more strongly. The R at the end of words like car is pronounced clearly, unlike in some British accents. Vowel sounds. The Irish accent has distinct vowel pronunciations. For example, the I in give might sound more like jeeve. Melodic rhythm. One of the most defining features of the Irish accent is its sing-song quality. There's a musicality to the way Irish people speak, which is important to capture when practicing this accent. Try saying these Irish words: river, car, give, flower, Practicing with a native Irish speaker or listening to Irish TV shows and movies will help you get the rhythm of this accent. The Canadian accent. The Canadian accent is often similar to the American accent, but it has some notable differences that make it unique. It is spoken across Canada, with subtle variations from region to region. Here are some key features to focus on when mastering the Canadian accent. The OU sound. One of the most recognizable features of the Canadian accent is how Canadians pronounce words like about and house. The OU is pronounced like oo, making about sound like a boot. Clear R sound. Just like in the American accent, the R in words like car is clearly pronounced in Canadian English. Rising intonation. Canadians also use rising intonation at the end of sentences, similar to the Australian accent. Practice these Canadian words: about, house, sorry, Listening to Canadian speakers and imitating their pronunciation will help you develop a more authentic Canadian accent. Dash. How to practice your accents. To master any of these accents, regular practice is essential. Here are a few ways to improve. Listen to native speakers. The more you listen to speakers from a particular region, the more familiar you will become with the sounds and rhythms of their accent. Repeat phrases and words. Practicing individual words and short phrases is key to perfecting an accent. Focus on pronunciation, intonation, and stress. Record yourself. Recording yourself speaking in the accent you're learning allows you to compare your pronunciation with that of native speakers. This will help you identify areas for improvement. Get feedback. If you have the chance, ask a native speaker for feedback on your accent. They can point out any areas that need more attention. Learning different English accents is an exciting and rewarding journey. It requires patience and dedication, but with consistent practice, you will gradually start to master these accents. Remember that accents are not about perfection but about understanding how language is shaped by culture, geography, and history. Whether you are learning English for personal reasons, professional purposes, or simply for the fun of it, mastering different accents will help you communicate more effectively and connect.
Like, share, subscribe.